Children, have you ever met the Boogeyman before? No, of course you haven't, for you're much too good, I'm sure. Hush, 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 here comes the Boogeyman.
2 minutes and 32 seconds. Imagine if that's how long you had once a month to explore an unknown world. That seems to be the case for the channel 2H32, which is a fairly new channel uploading new videos on the 23rd of each month, each video being 2 minutes and 32 seconds long. For a channel that's a fairly small one, quite a few of you have recommended I take a look into this. Some people believe it's just weird imagery and kids trying to be artsy, others are linking it to some kind of ARG. Having taken a look myself, I'm certainly interested. The cinematography and design choices in these uploads are gorgeous, and it certainly got my attention when watching. The channel has so far uploaded 12 videos, each one the same length and uploaded on the same date. Each upload begins with a digital clock starting at 2:30 AM and begins counting upwards. The rest of the video is followed by strange sounds and weird imagery before eventually going back to the digital clock and ending at 2:32 AM. The video doesn't always end there though. Usually there's a few seconds giving us an extra scene for us to take note of. In the comment section, the channel itself has actually pinned a comment they made that gives us a timestamp pointing out these extra scenes. The whole comment appears to be a drawing of a skull with the timestamp on its forehead. This appears on every video after the second upload, clearly pointing out the extra scenes that are shown after the digital clock strikes 2:32. At first I thought this timestamp was helping us put all the videos in order, because at first all timestamps seemed to be different, but I checked them all and realised that some appear more than once. Upon first glance, the channel itself seems to be just weird visuals followed by eerie music with a similar theme of a digital clock appearing at the beginning and end. But I've noticed a lot of the scenes seem to recur in future videos, giving off hints that there is a little more to this channel than meets the eye, especially since we have recurring characters such as this one. This person, or creature, has appeared most on this channel, whether it be right in front of us or even on a dinner plate. He even appears as the avatar for the channel. Also in the video titled Invitation, there's a split second that gives you a little message with this creature standing in the center of the screen. Don't sleep, eat you all. Wake up, I want to play. I am hungry. This message is in the same video that shows this creature gesturing to you to come over to him. But while he's encouraging you to do this, we see a few frames flash on the screen featuring someone dropping or dumping organs. With the messages, the title of the video, and the strange creature gesturing you to come over to him, I assume he's appearing as a friendly character in order to try and gain your trust. He's persuading you to come over to him so he can most likely eat you. Or he wants to feed you to someone else, which would make sense of the organs being stripped down and then thrown to something. While he obviously occurs a lot more than any other character, there certainly seems to be some kind of beast that is much more terrifying than this creature alone. In the second video of the channel, titled Door, some kind of monster with a giant claw can be seen opening the door and creeping inside. But before we fully see this creature, the scene then changes to a shot outside in some kind of deserted location, full of clothes and shoes all dumped on the floor. With these two clips placed together, it seems to be showing some kind of creature sneaking into someone's house, taking them back to their possible hideout, stripping them down from their clothes, and maybe eating them. This monster is most likely a representation of the Boogeyman, sneaking into children's houses and taking them back to his hideout. In the video Renaissance, there's even a song played in slow motion known as Hush, 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 Here Comes the Boogeyman.
Children, have you ever met the Boogeyman before? No, of course you haven't, for you're much too good, I'm sure. Hush, 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 here comes the Boogeyman.
The song was made in 1932. I guess that year is kind of a reference to the channel with the numbers and everything, but there's not really that much significance. The whole song talks about what you should do to escape the boogeyman if he enters your bedroom at night, which kind of reminds me of the video Door, which I spoke about a few seconds earlier. It's most likely this is one of the elements the channel is focusing around, the boogeyman and his minions luring children away from their homes to feed on them, appearing as friendly at first to gain your trust, similar to the creature in Invitation. While that does sound far-fetched since I've only made this assumption based on a couple of the videos on the channel, there are a few more things that point towards this. In some of the videos, we can see a strange man dragging a sack through a field, and then in another, we see the same sack being dragged but this time through snow. Then in another, it's hung on a tree, and then in the latest video, you can see it being dropped into a well. Clearly, this has some significance to the story since it appears so much throughout the channel. What could be inside that is so important? Well, pay attention to this particular close-up of the sack. We can see something moving inside it. Whatever is inside is alive and clearly bleeding as we can see the blood seeping through it. And it's being dragged through the fields all the way to be lowered down into a strange well in the middle of the woods. I believe this is one of the children caught and stuffed into the sack, and then is lowered down into the well to be fed to the boogeyman. In the video where the sack is dropped into the well, it's the exact same video where we hear the song Hush, 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 Here Comes the Boogeyman.
Don't let him come too close to you, he'll catch you if he can.
The bottom of the well is most likely the place we saw in the video titled Door, you know, where we see the clothes and shoes dumped on the floor, as if to be a representation of the leftovers from the boogeyman's meals. So that's it, right? Case solved. The channel has fully been explained. Actually, far from it. I think there's a lot more to this story, but because the channel is new, they haven't gotten round to exploring those parts yet. Plus, I don't think the videos are being uploaded in order. If we take a look at their playlists, you'll find they have two, and all videos have been placed in a different order from when they were uploaded to the channel. This playlist, for example, which is called 232 in Roman numerals, has the third video of the channel set as the 7th in the playlist. The video H actually comes after the video titled Boogeymono, which is Japanese for monster, but yet Boogeymono was uploaded after the video H. Plus, if you watch the playlist in order, the videos do kind of start to connect. Not by much, I'll give you that, but it connects a lot better than watching them in order of upload. For instance, the very first one shows this shot of a man with no face slowly looking up at the camera before cutting away. But then in the next video we see him again, this time in a mirror covered in blood. The next video then moves on to some strange beast with a face on a dinner plate. The face looks just like the creature I was talking about earlier. The video ends with the eyes of the face opening up and then moving on to the next video, which is Invitation, where we see the exact same creature, but this time has a full body and in a suit and tie, gesturing for you to come over to him. These are very weak links, I know, but if it's true that the channel isn't uploading in order, then it's most likely that there are still many gaps to be filled within this playlist. But just these few links alone seem to fit better than the order of the uploads on the channel. I still believe the channel revolves around the boogeyman luring children away and eating them, or at least getting his followers to lure the children away, but I also think the channel is exploring the world where the boogeyman lives. 2H32 seems to be showing us a window to another world. This world opens up at 2:30 AM in the morning. It stays open for 2 minutes, and then at 2:32 AM it closes back up. From what I can find, the closest thing that fits this time frame is the Devil's Hour. Paranormal experts believe that 3 AM is the time when evil spirits come out and make their presence known. If you've ever woken up suddenly around 3 AM, this is supposed to be evil spirits are making their presence known. So for this channel, it's most likely we're seeing some kind of window opening up at this particular time, showing us a world full of mysterious creatures along with the boogeyman using those 2 minutes to lure children from our world into his world, before the portal closes back up. This further proves my point in the video Bakemono when a strange song is played in the background. This song is called Optimistic Voices by Judy Garland, played in The Wizard of Oz. The similarities between Wizard of Oz and 232 are more similar than you think. Wizard of Oz is about a human entering a mysterious world with bizarre creatures following this person's journey, which seems to be a similar story that we're seeing on 2H32. I also found on a Wikipedia page 2:32 AM is to do with the witching hour, which is related to the devil's hour. But I don't really trust that Wikipedia page, as that can be edited by anyone. Plus, it clearly has been edited at one point as it said 2:32, but now I've gone back and it's now saying 2:33, so someone's clearly gone in and edited it. I've also checked the sources on that particular Wikipedia page, and none of them have mentioned anything about 2:32 or 2:33, so it's most likely just a random fan messing with the Wikipedia page. Again, this is only a guess from my own research of the channel. It's still fairly new and it's been updated every month on the 23rd. There's probably already a new video out by the time I upload this video, so I encourage you to take a look and make your own conclusion. If you've already seen it, then feel free to leave in the comments what you thought about it. Or if you have your own theory for it, feel free to let me know about it. Thank you all for watching, I really appreciate the support. I'll see you in the next video. Stay safe, and don't pull a Picard.